Oh man, somebody mess around and let call. I should have had it on Do Not Disturb. My goodness, got cut off. Can you believe it? Now I gotta send this back. I apologize. My goodness. In the middle of what? There you go. Hey, my
Yeah, I lost
bad,
it for a
man.
second.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on. I got him coming back. Oh, in
Yeah,
the
I'm not sure
middle
what
of
happened.
the interview.
Oh no.
My bad. Phone rings. I'm denying. I had to put this thing on Do Not Disturb or something. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I so apologize. I know y'all coming back. Hold tight. I'm gonna let y'all come back with it. Hold on. My goodness. Right
No,
there
you
towards
fine.
the, right there towards the end. And of all people, the student, you see us live, man. Come on,
Oh, you
brother.
call.
Come on,
Like you know better.
brother. Ah. My goodness. All right, Chris. Well, listen, first and foremost, man, I want to thank you for taking the time out to come on the show. Do what it do. We wish you nothing but blessings. Safe travels to and from when it's time to go down there. How hard is it to get all this national thing together as a conglomerate and make this travel work?
It's hard. To be honest, it's definitely hard. It all depends on who you have around you and what that org is or what everybody's like. But it can be hard because the main thing is always the funds. Where does the funds come from to get all these kids there?
Right,
But between org directors, uh, the team moms, the parents, they do a great job. We got some people who were busing kids down, 15 passenger van, you name it. People went the whole mile just to make sure everything worked. But it's extremely hard, and you have to raise the money. You have to have committed parents. One of the worst things is when you don't have players who go. But it happens for multiple different reasons. Uh,
right.
because you have to get these kids out of school for a week, which is hard to do too.
Moms, parents. Woo! You ain't never
Parents have
lied.
to
That
take
that.
off for a week. It's a lot more that goes into it besides saying, "Hey, let's go to nationals." Uh, Everybody has to make sacrifices for it to happen. Every single person, parents, coaches, directors. I mean, you name it.
Yeah. Um, the tough part I think about when it comes to going to the nationals, of course, is taking those kids out of class, right, for a week. Now that means particularly we talk about student athletes. These
Yep.
guys have to have all their stuff. Is there ever a moment where you might have to leave somebody behind because they didn't keep up with their grades?
Yes.
Ooh.
That is a real big thing because not only is it just you take them out a week for school, the timing is terrible because you're
Yeah.
coming towards the end of the second quarter or the end of that first semester, which grades got to get put in December. You miss a week and you come back for a week and you're a week behind. It's because when we get back, most of these kids go back to school for a week, so
Right.
some miss exams, some got to reschedule exams, and if you're failing already, it's almost impossible for you to go.
Yeah. That is, ooh, geez. So I'm pretty much assuming that you guys stress the grades all throughout the season, especially right there mid-season when it's time. Hey, listen, man, we're looking into nationals now, and
Yeah.
this is our destination. So you guys definitely have to keep up with your grades. If you need help, say something, that type of thing. And to the ones who may or may not have gone due to grades. Listen, man, now you understand the importance, student athlete, of when they say, stay on your grades, stay on your homework, and things like
Yep.
that. Parents, I get it. As much as we would love to have you at practice, if there's ever a time where your student athlete has a bunch of homework, and we already know you get home late, right? A bunch of
Mhm.
homework, and they're missing or they're behind, and maybe that's why they have a lot. You got to take that time out and say, hey, sorry, coach. He won't be at practice today. He won't get there till he gets his homework done. If it's a little bit, make sure they get it on the way to practice. Maybe they can do it on the way to practice. That's an option. If they can't, and it's something they have to get down, then we as coaches, right? Coaches all out there have to understand, yeah, you got to get that schoolwork first. Because
Yep.
now here you are at
Absolutely.
nationals. And can you imagine not going up there with one of those 3 or 4 kids that you mentioned earlier because of
Yeah.
grades?
And
That'd be a
everybody's
hard pill to
important.
swallow.
Everybody's important.
Yeah, taking the D1 this year when it goes down to nationals. First time since I've been around that I heard a team going D1. We've already talked about some of the kids having a little bit of butterflies, if you will. The ones that's been there before, probably their third time, second or third time, but they've been there before. Um, I'm wondering, like, do they take in the experience that's given to them and that's offered to them right now, and what they do with it? How do you think, as a overall, your 12U will match up against some of these other teams?
I think they're gonna be really good. I think we're gonna be able to compete, and I say that because I feel like we've been able to compete with anybody. Even in the beginning, we went to Southern and we played against. I mean, arguably some of the top teams in the nation, and we had a lot of issues to fix, and we still competed. We competed very well. We played today against a team that we played for the national championship at 10U. So that'd be interesting. We know they're upset. We beat them and they want to play us. Uh, but I mean, just overall, I think we got a very talented group of people. Uh, and I call a couple of them out by names. You know, but Big Jalen Singleton, Zero, that everybody talks about. I
Oh,
truly believe I got some kids are can go toe to toe with some of the best in the nation.
yeah,
Nasir Pryor, uh, everybody knows Nasir. But then you got some of my other ones like Zion Summerson, who came along 21, Caden, who's developed at quarterback, and then my little nephew Cece, number one that people just they've done very well, and it's not just them. It's a ton of talent on this team.
right.
And don't get me started on my defensive lineman. I call them the best D line in the state of South Carolina, but they're a very talented group. Uh, and no, they weren't always talented. I mean, don't get me wrong, Zay, you can't teach 6'2". Uh, but we got a really good group of boys, really really
Right.
good group of boys who, I mean, they don't have a fear in their heart, and they're ready to lay it all on the
Ooh.
line, win, lose, or draw. But the day we get a rematch against the team we played before, so I'm hoping it fares well. Very different team, I would imagine.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I expect a good time, good
I think
competitive football.
I think growth comes within the season whether you want it to or not.
Yep.
You're always going to, as a student athlete, you're always going to pick up on the small stuff that we point out during practice, even if we point out during games. If that student athlete is a sponge and is coachable, they will pick it up, they'll fix it, and they'll run, and they'll do what they're supposed to do. Um, I think that, what's up, Tony? Tony Lindsay, another.
We're all in the team house. He's in the team house with me. I told him to come on and jump on for a second.
Yeah, yeah. Tony, come on and get in the picture, man. Quit playing games with
Hey,
it, man.
we're full. We got about 30 people in this house right now.
Now this is Tony's. Tony's this was your first state championship.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
this
first one.
this was
Yeah.
Tony's first. So I mean, man, my goodness, I know he's got to be still on cloud nine
He
riding off that
deserve it.
thing.
He deserve it.
Yeah, man.
Tony's been coaching for a long time. If
Yep.
there's nobody more deserving, Tony deserved this one.
Yeah.
But
Listen,
he's been around for a while.
great dude. I think he does very similar to what you and I were talking earlier, um, which was he listens. He picks little things from certain people. Be 100 with you. I sit and talk with him every time I'm coming. If it's no matter if Ashley Ridge is playing there, Tony is coming to the booth. He's going to sit down next to me. He ain't gonna bother me. He ain't gonna fret. And we're gonna sit there and talk youth football, talk life. Hey, what's going on with you? This, that, the third. The girls, the kids come up there. It's all a great
Yeah.
vibe. But he's paying attention to details and then turns around and goes tweaks, fix, and does all that
Mhm.
stuff. So I think that's what separates him from some coaches, and makes him the coach he is today. So that's what it is. You talk about some dang yep. What you mean, yep, Tony? You man, come on, man. Listen, he's been doing great. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, we apologize earlier. We got interrupted. Phone rang, threw me off the live. I guess I should have just ignored it. I don't know. I got to figure out how to shut that thing off and put it on D&D. That's what I should have did. Put it on D&D. Boom. There we go. Put it on D&D and go from there. Adjustment plans. Coach Chris, you got me saying Tony now because Tony's at the bottom. Coach Chris comes in and says maybe about a half a series, if that. Then he goes in there and makes some adjustments.
Yeah.
What makes you? What's probably so we talked about the toughest games that you had. Trinity Elite, Fort Dorchester were probably your two ones that you're like, yeah, you could have went any way, regardless of the score. Had it went left, that would have been the game it went left. Um, do you study? Is it more or less you looking at the defense, or no? I'm just concentrating on the offense, on what to play on the coming up next.
I look at both
At
because
both,
I'm still naturally I'm a defensive guy. I love defense, so I'm naturally looking at the defense as well as the offense. But I will say I do focus more on the offense now, just because it's me and then I have James with me. But I'm usually doing a lot of the offense.
yeah. So we talked about the players. For those who may or may not know, how many kids are on your roster?
I have 25 with three injured, so 22, and then a couple that make the trip.
So
But
20.
25.
All right, 25 fully on the roster makes the trip with 20. Okay, now let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. 11 players on the field. All right, not nine on the sideline. I get it. Somebody, and most likely, well, we won't say who's rotating. Let me not take it too far. So we're still playing. We're still playing.
They'll figure
So
it
what
out.
it sounds like? It sounds like a lot of Iron Man football is being played. You got a lot of kids that go both ways. Is that a nuisance, or is that kind of like, nah, man, they ready?
Uh, at the beginning, it was a nuisance. You don't want to go that many players going both ways.
Right.
But now we just kind of adapted it, and it works. It works because we conditioned throughout the year, throughout the season. I mean, we still conditioning. Honestly, we were
Yeah.
conditioning this whole week, so they're in really good shape. Even the linemen. So now we just kind of adapted. But yes, at the beginning, it was a nuisance not having, more players. But at the same time, we did have more players at the beginning until we had injuries. So it
Yeah.
kind of worked out. That 25 was a really good number.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't really want to go, playing time, things like that, development, because they wouldn't have been on your team if they weren't ready. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So to speak. And prayer warriors goes out to the ones that were injured. We hope and pray for a speedy recovery. If you're not already recovered or working on it, we pray that you have a speedy recovery. Um, Chris, what's the one thing you love the most about coaching?
Uh, Kids are funny, man. So it's the interactions with the kids. Uh, so I mean that brings me joy. I'm a teacher. I got four kids of my own. I'm constantly around the kids, but I have three girls. So just being around the boys, and 11 and 12-year-old boys are funny. They are funny. So just sometimes the interactions that we have are the best thing about all of it. And not only that is if you coach a while to see their growth, to see
Yeah.
where they started, where they're at. Some guys who are linemen are now skilled players. And I mean some kids who never got to play are now starters or huge contributors. So just I mean the growth behind it, and just being able to interact with them sometime. That
Yeah.
that that growth to see those boys turn into something, and now I'm like, okay, I wonder what they're gonna do next year, as far as JV or B team, and I got two who could possibly get varsity reps towards the end of the year. I mean, I think they're that good, but I'm a little biased.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Of course.
excited to see what their future holds.
Right. That's truly a blessing to watch those kids come all the way up through a program, whether it's your program or anybody's program. It's truly a blessing to watch those kids come all the way up through and graduate and go on to the next level. Um, yeah, I kind of agree. The kids, those 11, 12-year olds, man, are very entertaining, if you will.
Yes.
They got some thoughts in their heads. They got some stuff going through, man. And sometimes I'm like, wow, no, I can't fail this one because this one right here about loose as a screw, man. Like, come on back. Some of the lingo, but you're a younger coach, man. You're just a little bit over your 30s, and they're buying into you and they're buying into everything you do. Similar to Coach. Now when I'm now if it's me and they're asking me where you at, you're up there with the Juan Wins. You're up there with the Coach Spence. You know, you're up there.
That's a
You're
good
up
group.
there with
That's
those
a good
guys,
group to
man.
be in.
Yeah, listen, that's not a bad place to be in. You know, you talk about, Nas used to be back there in them days when he was coaching. Now as a director, he's more business minded and more thinking of like the overall program. You know what I mean? We some of us were blessed to have it. Just to be the coach. Because to be a director, man, you got to take it to a whole nother level,
That's
guaranteed.
a lot. That's a
So
lot.
that is a lot. That is a lot. So be thankful for the position that we have, right? And just say, I'll just take the coaching stuff. You don't want none of that other stuff. You can deal with the parents. And that's another thing. Parents buying in. Ashley Ridge rolls deep. How does that feel to turn around and every time you go to play, no matter where you go to play, you can turn around. You are potentially going to see at least 100 parents in your stands.
And it's been really good. Our parents are very, very supportive. One thing they did this year, I don't know if anybody else does this or ever done this, because we've never had this before.
Mm.
Our parents fed the coaches and the boys every single Thursday after practice. Every single
What?
Thursday. These are some of the best parents. When I say they didn't skip one, Professor, I mean one time we ordered food and they had every single coach and boys a plate. They cooked spaghetti and fed the boys. They every single Thursday from week one until lower state. They fed us every single Thursday. Uh, so these
Golly.
parents, they're just amazing. They really bought in. You had people who were new to our program. Some of our cheerleading parents, they were just very impressed with what the boys did. They built relationships with us. And then the other coaching staff, they all built relationships with us. And we, of course, we're the oldest group, so we're the big brothers. So we always kind of want to see what they're doing. We're watching them, they're watching us. Uh, but a lot of people have come like a family. And yeah, you hear all the orders say, yeah, we're a family. And don't get me wrong, we ain't perfect. We're not perfect, but we we do a really good job. We did a really good job, and my parents, they did a really good job this year. Really good job.
Hey, well, listen, shout out to y'all. They said, to me, it says we the 12th man on that field every time. They said the loudest and the proudest, full plates. Tony's just glad he ain't got to cook on Thursdays. Tony's just glad he has to
Oh,
cook on Thursdays.
they stopped feeding the kids on Thursdays at one point. They knew the parents at home. They knew they were gonna eat every Thursday. So I
Wow.
mean,
Wait. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all, I understand what the part y'all listening for. I understand what y'all listening for. But check this out. What is one thing that'll bring an organization together? I'll wait. Oh,
food.
the food. Exactly. So you mean to tell me these people came up with the idea of, hey, we're just going to feed them every Thursday. You think them parents wasn't there and on time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There-
Okay.
And we
Argue with a
and we
rock.
have
If you,
soulful taste. I hope I'm saying it right. The
oh,
truck. They're part of our
yes.
organization.
Oh,
So there was one practice where they did some cooking for us, and shout out to the to Pickney family. They're here too. They are great. They're great. He's driving a Sprinter van and he's busting a lot of kids around right now. Just shout out to the Pickney family
yeah. Shout out to the
and
Pinckney
all of
family, of
my
course.
dads who spent money and never took credit for it this year too.
Ooh, them silent partners is
Yes.
just
Yeah.
angels, angels for
Yeah.
those who just put out there and don't want anything back. You know what? I think the satisfaction of seeing everybody there, everybody fully engaged, and just a community come together and just vibing, man. That's something different.
Yeah.
That's something different. That's something different. Some teams have it. Don't get me wrong. You guys are doing great things, amazing things. But to have everybody buy in, and now you're fellowshipping on every Thursday. All right. And when I say fellowship, we're not always talking church. We just talk about coaches come together,
Yeah.
parents come together, moms and dads and little brothers and sisters, everybody getting to know one another. Because like Coach Chris says, he's had these kids been spending, it's been a spend the night bag in some of these parents' car for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So listen, it is what it is. Aisha, All right, Aisha Coretta with the wings and fries. Oh, y'all had the
Yeah,
wing baskets going
that
on
was
the
Charleston
tour.
Pub. They got us some stuff from Charleston Pub. Shout out to Aisha.
Oh man. All right, who's this? Megan Gift saying we love you, Coach
Yeah,
Chris.
love you too, Megan.
And that's how you build a culture, of course. Yeah, man. Oh, wait. Friendsgiving? No, man. I told you. Listen,
We had a Friendsgiving too.
I, t- I tried to tell people a long time ago they wasn't listening, and I say it every time. Gary denies it, but I know darn well these guys have a rule book meeting. These coaches at Aston Ridge, they think I'm capping. They got me like Fat Joe. I'm about to throw a flag up in here, thinking that I promise you they get together. And I told y'all wouldn't listen. That's how they
Hey,
bonded. That's how you simply come in. You iron out all in any issues. You sit there, you cool out. You might not have as much libations as you want to because you really just want to talk without giving an excuse. Oh, you've been all tied up and all this other stuff. No, you turn around, man. You do some adult stuff. You have that conversation. You iron out your kinks. You keep it in house. Hello. Keep it in house. Don't run to the blue app. It's not everybody's business. Can't nobody else fix it between you and that other person, but you and that other person. So keep it like that. Well, Chris, man, hey, we say thank you. Your game tonight is at what time? 7 o'clock?
7 p.m. 7 p.m.
7 p.m. down
Yeah.
there in the Nationals UIFL, which Skyfa is UIFL, so they're down there in UIFL Nationals D1 division. Who you guys playing?
TCU Bulldogs out of Texas.
TCU Bulldogs. Ooh, it's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. It's
Gonna
gonna
be a
get
good one.
real quick. Um, Butterflies before the game. Not just this game, but I guess every game is what's going through your mind when you get ready. Your team's names getting called out and it's time to run out on the field.
Uh, Believe it or not, I don't get butterflies. Nobody believes that, but I don't. Uh, Me and James would always joke. James gets butterflies a lot, and I never did. I'm like, you okay? He's like, "Ah, I'll be all right. But
Yeah,
usually it's kind of like a blank stare, and I'm just as focused. I don't really hear anything after once we get on the field. I don't hear anything else. I don't even know what's going on in the stands. It's
yeah.
just this blank look on my face.
I think you got to get as an offensive coordinator now. You got to get that first series out. Like
Yeah,
that whole first, at least the first two play, that first play is kind of like, all right, now we will set the tone. We will set the tone. That first one or two plays is kind of like this is how it's kind of gonna go.
yeah,
After that first series, you guys, the headset gang, and
yeah,
for those who don't know, that's at one point in time that was the biggest conversation going on here in the Low Country was the coaches on the sidelines with the headsets. Folks, they're not talking to anybody else other than themselves. I
That's
just
it.
go put it out there. There's nobody up in the booth. There's nobody up on top of the
No
sky
mics and
pod.
helmets. We don't have mics and
It's
helmets.
no, there's not mics in the helmets. They're literally talking to each other there on the sidelines. Bingo, there it is. They're surprised their stuff is out. I put it out there. They're talking to each other without having to yell to one another
Yeah,
across of what they see. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's not somebody on the other side videotaping, calling their plays, doing all this stuff. It's them on the sidelines talking to one another, saying what they see when it comes to offense, defense, and or even special teams. Um, Chris, again, we thank you. As he said, it's go time. Yeah, it's go time, Tony. It's go time.
definitely go time.
I'm gonna let you get some rest. You guys did practice this morning,
Practice this morning.
along with film study. How
Yep.
did that go?
Really good actually. Once you get the boys settled down, they're still 12.
Yeah,
But really good. We got a good practice in. And then they all watch film. We all watch film together, and just looking for those little things that we can find on the other team.
yeah.
So we sat down and we watched a good bit of film uh, today, and of course, coach has been watching film since the teams that came out Wednesday. Uh, But no, practice and everything went really good. I actually had to leave because Coach James showed up and surprised all the boys with brand new uniforms. So they'll have brand new uniforms, national uniforms on today.
Whoa!
So
Come on, man. That's what I'm talking. Make sure you tag it when you put them things out there and they get the picture. Simone, Tabby Ray, Tony, Nisi, Tamia. Make sure hey, tag me, man. Tag me when you put that stuff out there, man. We're gonna go ahead and let you get some rest, Chris. Anything you want to say, any shout outs you want to give, go right ahead.
just honestly, I want to thank you for wanting to have me on here, just to get to talk to you and honestly give people a little insight. I know it's a lot of stuff out there about me, but I'm a little crazy sometimes. But you got to be that way to coach football. But honestly, just thank you. Thank all my parents, the program, and just everybody who's been a part of this ride from 8U until now.
Yeah.
Just I want to thank them all. I can't take credit for any of this. Everybody's been great.
There it is. There it is. Sometimes your passion can be confused with aggression or a mean side to you or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you personally from myself, I told you earlier in the beginning of the show that I've known Chris for a while. Been watching Chris for a while. 7v7, tackle, no matter what it was. I've been watching him. You really see him on, more likely on social media. We'd have a conversation or a comment back and forth. We agree to disagree sometimes, but at the end of the day, it was always mutual respect.
Yeah,
And same when we seen each other. We see each other in person. He's always speaking. I don't have to put my hand out first. He's out there with his hand out first. What's going on? Hey, how you doing? This year, it was growth when I watched this young man do what he had to do all season long and take on the challenge of taking a well put together team and just keeping them like that and probably stepping them up about 3 or 4 notches to being a dominating team here in the Low Country this season. And we wish them nothing but good luck, faith, and favor when it comes down to nationals. Hope you guys ball out, man, and give it all you got. All
I will.
right?
Thank you, Professor.
Appreciate you, brother. Always,
All right.
nephew. Be safe out there.
All right.
Boom. And there it is. My goodness. Come on, man. Argue with a rock that you can't just be proud of the young brother going out there doing his thing this season, right? He's been killing it. He's been killing it. So we can't give him nothing but his flowers. All right? You already know what it is, man. And once again, congratulations to Oceanside. Congratulations to Somerville. I get it. You lost. It is what it is. But not everybody made it to state. Did they? Nope, they didn't. You went out there, you balled out. Could have probably had a better game. Just your day of a bad game just happened to come at the state championship. All right. But still, congratulations to each and every one of you who went out there and balled out. We appreciate you. Y'all know basketball season is coming up next. We'll see what it do. We'll see what it do. Also, hold on. We got some information we want to put out. Not really new to us. But listen, don't forget, it's air traffic control is back again. It's the circuit. You guys remember Franklin Alexander doing his thing right there in the Midlands, straight out of Camden, South Carolina. But listen, they are traveling again. This is year number 3, I believe, for the circuit. Tried it the first year. It went okay. Second year, phenomenal. Third year, argue with your mammy. This was about to be one of them ones, right? So they go up and down hosting. All right, so make sure up and down South Carolina hosting. So make sure if you get an opportunity and there's a host site coming near you, you should jump in. All right, make sure you do. Also, some new stuff coming on. 843 SC Elite Flag, NFL flag. Whoa, we got the scoop on this some months ago. We were not able to put it out there, all right, because it was still in the works. So we were not able to put it out there. But now we're gonna come and find out some more. And as we gather information, we're gonna put it out there to you. But as of right now, it looks like they are doing a winter 843 SE Elite flag starting February 14th, Valentine's Day. What more love can you have than youth football flag, that is, going on February 14th through March 21st. So that means about 6 weeks, 6 games, 6 Saturdays, if you will. Contact information right there on the flyer. And as we get more information, we're going to put it out to you. Possibly have some of the people that are involved in this come on the show, possibly next Sunday, break down some stuff, answer some questions, give you guys some of the information. But Don't forget, during this time, you want to get developed, you want to get right running backs. RBU running back at University, our guy, none other than Jamie Fordham, is still available. Right? I know some of those dates on there. Listen, call the number. Call the number. Find out. Right? That's a little small package right there. Group training program schedule that's going on. You never know. He's doing it almost all year round. Okay, I know some of the dates are right there, but I guarantee you, you make that phone call, you'll be making the right move. All right? So that's about it, and that's all we have thus far. Some other stuff coming up that we will be involved in, and as it comes up, we'll put it out there to you. Of course, we got a bunch of emails to answer, go back and look at. But in the meantime, in between time, let your preseason wind down a little bit, get back on the grind. Basketball, Skyba! It's coming up next. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you got to get their logo. We had somebody get in touch with the commish. Find out Skyba last year, first year, year number 2 coming up, fully in full swing, if you will. So we're interested to see how all that plays out. All right? Y'all know what it is, man. PhD is bigger than the game. Let's go. Congratulations to all the teams down there in Nationals. Good luck. Hey, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, look up my guy, James Davis, at James Davis Show. He's been doing his lives. I've been sharing them all weekend long. I'm going back, matter of fact, watch some more of those bowl games going down there in Mississippi. Shout out to my guy, James Davis. All right?